A long time has passed since my loved ones left with their broken bodies and hearts. We've finally met after taking such a long detour. I sent you a letter one day. That old, strange letter had the same name for the sender and the recipient. It told you that we would meet soon. Why do you hesitate? Please, come with your mind at ease. I hope this environment satisfies you. I tried my best to recreate our office. You need at least one place in life to feel comfortable, don't you? However, I speculate that you feel this place is a bit more serene than you might remember, so to say. There are many reasons for that. This is a reflection of your heart, after all. The emptiness in your mind must be what makes this place so void. We weren't particularly fond of untidiness, but there she was, always making a mess out of an organized room. There were times when we were used to such messiness, giving up on cleaning the room. Sadly, our hearts couldn't bear to recreate such a moment. I'm sure that now you know. This space changes to the rhythm of your heart. This office is born from your heart, siphoned up from your deepest subconsciousness. Yes, many parts of this facility were extracted and created from our minds. How did you think building such enormous underground structures in such a short period of time was possible? We needed multiple extractions until we finally solidified amorphous images into something tangible. We repeated it so many times, until the memories were blurred and emotions were dulled, to a point where even the original sin was forgotten. Yes, there were truly countless repeats. It must have been roughly 10 years outside, while this entire facility has been trapped in the cycle for a length of 10,000 years. This eternity is fascinating. All humans are given only one life to live. The future comes to us like the relentless waves of the sea. We cannot go against them. We are merely pushed back. Time Track's technology could only reverse time in a very limited area. This tech was used for trivial things, such as granting an infinite moment of death to a condemned man, or to show those whose days numbered their happiest moments. However, when combined with our energy tech, this small technology could bloom into something bigger. We invested in them without hesitation, even though they required a massive amount of funding and energy. That's how Time Track's second invention came to life. If time could be reversed infinitely, we could reach the sky that seemed unreachable. Unfortunately, breaking an absolute law of nature cost us a lot. Although we could refine time infinitely, it always left some form of distortion, perhaps because this technology still has not been perfected. No man could keep their sanity intact in this place. But here you are. You've reached this point, even though you've limped and grovelled along the way. Of course, it wouldn't have been possible if not for Angela, but this Herculean achievement you went through that journey. Please, let your body and mind rest, if just for a brief moment. You must be exhausted. The path after this will be brutal. Extremely brutal. Us. We whom you will meet again will also be brutal. They will not let you pass as simply as I do. If by any chance you think you're not ready yet, it's okay to go back to the first act. If you've made it here once after such a long and hard time, you will surely come here again, no matter how long it takes. We literally have all the time in the world. There's no need to hurry. Just keep in mind that the situation will be much different if you move forward from here. You will be given harsh trials, faded, saturated questions we could not answer. I'm sure you already know this. You can reverse time, but you cannot reverse a tale. Would you like to expand the architecture team? We're here. No time for regrets. Huh. For some reason I only got one abnormality delivery. But I guess I already had the Night of Despair waiting in the wings. Anyhow. Well, it's time. We have reached day 46. No more second chances. If you can't finish it here, then you've got to replay the entire game. Albeit with all of the previous unlocked researchers perhaps, but Anyway, greetings and salutations everyone. I'm Mechamac, this is Lobotomy Corporation. I have never beaten this stretch of the game before. I keep thinking, yeah, I can do it this time, and then I get to it and I lose my nerve when I see how rough it actually is. It's rather disconcerting. But I intend to do it this time. I have full intent to beat the game with this run, and I'm going to do it on camera to ensure that I'm motivated to actually follow through on it. So let's just tune up these guys' equipment a little bit. We have an unfortunate lack of black resistant gear by this point. Also, for some reason everyone has ecstasy. I think they must have come from the training department. After today, we should be able to get a Sword Sharpened by Tears second pack, so it's not so bad. Out of everything, I think I'll... Okay, Rogan can have Gold Rush and Smile. Dakota can have the Adoration. No, he can't. We've got to reinforce him. Anyway, as I was saying, Dakota can have the Adoration weapon, which means that we just need a good source of white damage. Let's complete the set with the Moonlight Staff. So yeah, every day from here on is a core suppression, so we will not be able to do any more runs. So it's very important that you get your suppressions done on Hokma and on Bina before you reach this point, which is why if you want to do a 50-day run in a single go, you have to at least do one memory core repository. Anyway, let's go. Okay, step 1, we need to delete... Actually, there's a very important thing to note about when you reach these days. There are far less clerks, which on one hand is good for clerks write abnormalities because there's less people around to sate them. But it's bad if you happen to have this little missy here, because it means that clerks that you don't protect will make it harder to make it to the end. Anyway, out of everything, we really shouldn't be training at this point of the day, so we need to execute the training department. Alright, so we have someone that I really don't like dealing with, but she's at least a pushover for this point of the game. And someone who's I wish I had gotten earlier, but lost to a memory repository. Okay, move the magical girls into the respective corridors. Move everyone in the central command team down a floor. Let's do it. Oh, no, 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 do not send him there. We are clearly missing a few people's works here and there. But we can tidy up stats when we need to. So, an important note is that meltdowns are now active in the old areas because core suppression, of course it is. More importantly is that our usual ordeal colour has been replaced with white. This might be a problem. Next on the chopping block, we'll probably want to hit the safety team. I might have hit a double shot earlier, I'm not taking that risk with Magical Girl around. I need to watch my meltdown timer very carefully though. I want to make sure that when it goes off, I'm prepared. So we got a red result from getting the absolute worst result possible, but because we're dealing with Vov versus Teth, we don't care. That's more of an early game threat there. Alright, now we need to be a bit more cautious for how we push this last little bit. Alright, I think it's time to start preparing. Just a reminder, the mission statement said we have to get to midnight and suppress it. So yeah, this is going to be a long day. What would be the fastest work we can get through safely? I would say that our best option would be to have Cooper do it because Cooper has the censored weapon. But we need to push one more level to do that. I'm honestly not sure whether I'd want to have White Knight in the facility for this or not, because on one hand, White Knight gives out extremely good defensive equipment. But on the flip side, White Knight also means that you're on a hard time limit whenever the game isn't paused, and I just don't feel that confident in handling that. There's also that there's a very narrow window where White Knight can show up that I'd actually want to deal with it, and the odds of it spawning are quite low. You go back to your room. Alright, White Ordeal, show me what you've got. A request from meaningless errands to... I didn't have time to read that. Okay! Black Fixer is maybe one of the more problematic abnormalities you can deal with. So basically there are 4 colours, one for each of the elements that you can have. The fact that we got Black Fixer is a bit of a problem. He showed up somewhere that isn't a problem, but it doesn't change the fact that I don't particularly want to deal with him at the end of such a long corridor. Anyway, his stats. He's immune to black damage, resistant to pale and white, and neutral to red. Also Vov class. You want to kill this guy as soon as possible because he has a tendency to set off abnormalities in the location. Oh yeah, we need black shields back up again. Okay, everyone move back in here because when he dies, he triggers meltdowns on everyone in the area, so... You go deal with this. I just don't want to have to think about its problem. As you can see, we didn't need that much. We didn't need to gather the whole facility on it with enough damage, but anyway, the actual thing that makes this guy a nightmare. The actual problem is that if left to his own devices, then he uses his nuisance hammer attack. This attack will drop all Clive-off counters to 0, so if he's somewhere dangerous, he's going to make our life very unpleasant. And we're already going into the noon, darn it. Yeah, as you can see, we're getting absolutely atrocious luck with this thing, but our stats are just so high we don't care. Need to use some execute bullets to get rid of clerks again. Because he spawned down here where there aren't any clerks, so there was no deaths to appease the Queen of Hatred. Never stop to consider how high your fortitude stat is, and you're not even in the safety team. You are in the safety team, however. Okay, let some works land, see what we get. Again, we don't want to push too hard and have all of our best agents tied up with work at the wrong moment. That isn't 3, so we should be safe. Oh, I just realized you're stuck up here. Because I guess I issued you work or something. I never caught you. Okay. Okay, we are still good. We're in a safe position. Why did I send you all the way up from disciplinary to do this? It's too late to fix up your lack of prudence. Why am I doing this? I should also maybe speed this up. Okay, Q and E buttons are what the speed up and slow down buttons. I always kind of wondered that. Alright, for whatever we get here is going to be what we didn't get last time, and what we got last time was the black fixer, so now we have to deal with the red and the white fixers. Things I don't particularly want to deal with. Okay, you are red fixer. We need to immediately get all the clerks out of here so that you aren't picking fights with anyone. And where's the other one? The white fixer is over here. Which means we're probably going to lose all of our central command clerks as well. So between the two, I need to keep my eyes peeled because I don't want to focus too much on one over the other. There is a danger to the... okay. The white fixer, immune to white, neutral to pale, resists other things. The red fixer, immune to red, neutral to black, resists other things. These are not unusual numbers. The problems are going to start when they start fighting back. When this one... So the thing that makes you annoying okay, you back off in the opposite direction. White Death Laser. And it deals
it leaves a smoke that deals quite a hefty bit of light damage, and meanwhile over here, the red fixer has gotten involved. I really don't know how I'm going to juggle this if I get this in the Hokmabina stuff. There is one attack I do not want him to let off, that he is probably going to let off when I'm not ready for it. Honestly, it's too much risk for you to come back, I think. Maybe move to a different floor so he can't hit everyone at once. Oh yeah, this is the thing that makes the white picks annoying. When you deplete enough of their HP, they start the attack will start hitting multiple people. No, what happens is, gets a counterattack, which forces all of your abilities back on. Any damage they take is nullified and instead dealt to you. As you can see, it ate through a lot. Eden has the problem of wielding a pale weapon and being weak to pale. This is... I feel like the white fixer is pretty obnoxious, but can't actually do anything. But cannot do anything without anyone to actually aim at. Oh, Punishing Bird, why are you here? You guys move a bit closer so if things go badly you can move out of the way. Okay, get down, get out of the way. Trouble is coming. And maybe throw a red shield down on everyone. And because I was busy watching that, I was looking the wrong way. Oh wait, counterattacks. Everyone back off. At least the red fixer is down, so we can get some backup. Now, get everyone with the high white resistances out here, I think. The one upside to all this is that you at least don't have to worry about you guys move over here. Oh wait, there. She's doing that thing again. Apparently we must have melted a large amount of HP somewhere and now it's going, well, I have to keep countering-attacking you. Oh, hey, bird. Actually, you really aren't helping here at all. Oh, this is the problem laser. So yeah. It is quite long range. Leaves smoke. Probably going to kill clerks. It is eating up a dangerously and terrifyingly large amount of the screen, isn't it? And your death attack is to deal a tiny bit of white damage and bleed white gas. Don't think it's that bad, honestly. Now we can set everyone back to their posts. Okay, we have 2 training clerks. This stuff is so upsetting. This is such a problem area to be in. Oh hey, you got the rose, nice. Actually, no, we want to keep you around there just in case we get a meltdown on Judgment Bird. Okay, where'd they land this time? Punishing Bird is not really an issue. Yeah, we're only getting one meltdown each time. That's weird and terrifyingly generous. Okay, which cleric's next on the chopping block? One... two... three. We have enough for the weapon at least. And we should be good with the magical girl, hopefully. Unless I miscounted something and I'm going to regret it. Okay, next on the disc is you. We're only getting slightly mild meltdowns, we don't need to worry. We do need to worry about what's coming up next though. I think this might be the point we need to get rid of the rest of Central Command. We're still missing someone in Central Command. Punishing Bird broke out. We aren't getting warnings about these things because we don't have it's a core suppression, so we don't have any of the agents. That we don't have any of their Sephira to give us those warnings. You need to get back in your cell right now. I do not want to deal with you in the future. Now please stay in that room. You know what? I'm going to send Cooper to keep you under lock and key just so you don't breach it for the Dusk. Okay, what's the damage? Over here is the White Fixer. She won't have anyone to shoot at, so we'll be fine there. Over here is the Black Fixer. We need you to die immediately. Which means that oh boy, so over here we have the Red Fixer. I really don't want to deal with him right at the moment. The problem is that over here is the Pale Fixer. If he can't find anyone to kill, he teleports to an agent. And that's going to be a problem. Not to mention, he's pale damage. I think best method would be to give everyone a black shield, move them over to this department, and then tell them to attack this guy from behind. We have a black shield here, so we should be okay with enough damage output. I'm going to leave the Red Fix alone for now, but here's the thing, we don't want to engage him in an elevator, we want to engage him in a room where we have some tanking space, shall we say? We probably shouldn't have had Cooper do that now that I think about it, because his pale shield would have been very nice to have. This is probably the guy that we'd want to have the Paradise Lost armor for, because that stuff is incredibly tanky. Okay, you guys can probably see if you can find... Where's the pale fixer? Okay, that's a problem. Oh wait, no, he's found us. So let's hit this from the top. We want Cooper for the... This is my best idea for dealing with this, is to just have my central command team armed with Justicia and Censored. And be very wary of what has pale weakness. Oh, actually, you don't need Angelina because that's a pale weapon. I can only assume that reel was used for fighting for Censored, and I wasn't paying much attention. Hail damage. Keep an eye on that HP bar, because we only want Cooper to be around when he does that. Although the red fixer is about to get involved, that's a problem. Oh yeah, giant pale spike attack. On the upside, Censored's healing effect is helping out a bit there. You guys should probably vamoose, because I don't want to have to watch you. Gonzalez can handle it. And you're welfare team captain, so you have a pretty good resistance on Justicia. But it is definitely eating through Cooper. Actually, maybe you just hang out a floor below to tag out for... Oh yeah, giant red laser. That's gonna hurt. I can't tell how close the Pale Fixer is to death, though. That's going to screw me over a lot, and I need to make sure these guys move down a floor so they aren't hit if it fires the other way. Okay. You go up here, but we're going to use manual control to get Gonzalez to focus on these guys. Because Gonzalez gains super shield. Oh, And when the Pale Fixer goes down, get out of there immediately. Because that dying attack is 70 pale damage. Maybe one of the highest sources of pale damage in the game. We don't want to mess with it. So yeah, the rule is whatever you didn't get as your Dawn appears as your Dusk, but it's never the Pale Fixer. White Dusk is always going to be a Pale Fixer. Cooper, you can actually go back to what happened. No one died. But we're getting Melting Love out of her cell. Was there a meltdown that I didn't catch earlier? Yes, there was. I forgot that Black Fixer will trigger meltdowns in their department. Okay, this is getting out of hand very quickly. You guys move down a floor. Just so we're not dealing with okay, everyone's in an elevator. But we have to keep an eye out for where the black... Okay, the portal is opening there. We're fine there. We need to deal with Melting Love, and we need to deal with the Judgment Bird. Okay, Melting Love can be dealt with by our Smile Wielders. So, where are they? As you can see, things get out of hand very quickly in the last stretch if you're too focused on the wrong things. Actually, no, don't take the extraction team, Quinn. I think you are actually going to kill off a bunch of clerks, though. You guys should probably go down there, but we want to keep Gonzalez on this project, because I think the Red Fixer is a bigger threat. Actually, can I lure you to somewhere else? Bingo! Black Shield on Angelina. Where's Judgment Bird gone? Actually, what I should have done, if I had given Gonzalez the blessing, then it would have meant that she'd be vulnerable to the Pale Fixer. And we still have the White Fixer to deal with, because life just can't be nice, can it? Okay, head straight for the information team. It didn't hit anyone, we're still safe. Gonzalez, you might as well go pick a fight with the Pale. Okay, you're out of my hair. A little bit more hassle than I was hoping for, but it is possible. This was a mistake. Pale shields on. Okay. You get the pale shield. I don't think he can one-shot anyone in Vov gear, even if they have a 2 times the defense multiplier. But, oh, good gravy. I take that back. He's very much capable of one-shotting people in Aleph armor. Anyone with Aleph equipment that is not double weak needs to get in there. And, you know, isn't part dead. Actually, you shouldn't be here because... Actually, no, not you. Because, Night buff. I think we just need to tackle them one at a time. And between the two, the White Fixer is the bigger threat. As long as there's no one in the room, we're fine there. And there's the counter. Really wishing you would stop running off. Wait, the Judgment Bird is hanging. I don't want you to get up to the top floor. Unfortunately, I don't think I have any choice in the matter, meaning you're going to end up deleting a whole bunch of my last clerks. Meaning I'll have to deal with Queen of Hatred in the last stretch. Wait, no. You get by, then turn around and whack. You guys should probably move. Get out. Counter. I think it's the aura damage from the suit that's kicking in there. You aren't any help here, you might as well just run down. And you aren't much help either, so you get away as well. Yep, there goes the clerks. And only one white shield left, so... That was not good. And because of the way that she's facing at the moment, there's really nothing we can do to sneak them past if she uses that attack again. What I really should have done is move these guys to a different floor when I had the chance, because these elevators are not wide enough. Like, people say that the white fixer isn't that bad, but honestly I feel like they're not giving her credit. New plan, and move everyone away. We're going to see if we can lure her a bit further over this way before we clock her. Decently strong white damage. Okay, so let's just assume that we're already done here. We have one clerk left. And no execution bullets, or should we have wanted to anyway. We have 2 meltdowns to consider. Honestly, I should get you down here so you can use your high level success rate to get as many boxes out of that thing as we can. This is such a big department room though. And there goes the bird. We need to move someone into those corridors so he doesn't wander across the entire facility. Now here's the question. Is this enough for Queen of Hatred to get upset? No, we're good. She's going to get hysterical next level, but we'll be fine. However, I'm not sure whether I'm capable of handling this or not. It's the only time I will have to handle it. It's still not going to be fun. Why are you doing this, you stupid bird? If we had Paradise Lost, that would actually be something I'd be fine giving the blessing to, because it's got such high defensive stats. The blessing's pale multiplier doesn't add up enough to put anyone in danger. But that said, I'm still not the most happy with this situation. No, not at this point. Now the thing is... Oh, right, I forgot, we are getting the Midnight next. This has me so tense. Frankly, I feel like I should have done more level grinding, but also I should have hired more agents and level ground them sooner. You can't ever win in this game. You either have too many agents or not enough. There's no good middle ground. Eta 3 is the only cleric in the building. Everyone else is dead. We move everyone down to this floor. I'm sure I missed someone, but it'll be okay. Yeah, you guys need to move back down. The claw, to know and manipulate all the secrets of the world. That is the privilege of the head. He is concerningly close to where we are. Gonzalez, your job is to get in there. And then maybe, I don't remember how these go, is the problem. Okay, anyone who isn't ridiculously red resistant should move. Move to up there. I don't know how this guy's charge attack works, and I don't want to deal with it. The answer is he is moving to a place where I am going to see the worst of the charge attack. But on the upside, everyone who is here, we can mobilize to maybe here. Uh-oh. Okay, he's going for the orange formula. Each of these is a different attack. I do not remember what they do off the top of my head. I think orange formula is actually the charge. Yep, that's the charge. So he's facing that way, we should be safe. Ish. He moves very fast and deals about 100 red damage on contact, so you don't want anyone with red weakness around him. Unfortunately, he's moved so quickly that he's moved away from my agents, so the thing is, he has a teleport. If he's left unattended for too long, he will use it, and I don't want to have to deal with it. The thing is, I don't know how his charge interacts with the central command team floor. Okay, you're moving that way, so I should be able to safely move to here. On the upside, he doesn't have any staggering resistances, he's just Aleph level. Of course, Aleph level is still a problem, but it's not the worst thing that we could have happen to us. It would be nice if he was closer to my large group of people so we could simply dogpile him. Wait, I can't tell what formula he's using because the thing's in the way. think that's orange. Is anyone in the way? Yeah, it looks like his orange formula is missing. I hate this game of tag. Now the question is, yeah. Anyone with red weaknesses really shouldn't be there. I think everyone has enough. Should be fine, but anyone with red weaknesses, maybe we should pull them out because a single charge is going to delete. Okay, there's a way we can do this without having to search through all our content all over again. Provided I remember right, those are the only... Everyone else should be able to take one charge. What's he doing now? Ah, I think that's the green formula. He's going to heal. And because he did it after charge, we aren't close enough to actually do anything to him. In which case we should probably back off again. Where's my red weak agents? I've already lost them. Maybe I caught them in the big click and drag is what happened. Oh, what's he doing now? Fuck. Basil just barely survived, but only because he has 138 HP here. This guy is such an annoying thing to deal with. He's parked in the wrong location for me to... He keeps using his orange serum to slide across the entire facility, meaning that my agents are spending all their time trying to catch him. Maybe a slow bullet? Red shield. Even with red shield, that hurt. We also have to be cautious that we don't do too many works. We can't get extra bullets because then it'll set off Queen of Hatred. Okay, I think I know what I need to do. I need to split up my kill team. Gonzalez stays here, just in case he decides to turn around. half of you guys go to this elevator, and the other half should go down one floor and head to this elevator. Green serum again! This is so annoying! I want to see which way this idiot is going before I engage. Okay. Actually, I think what I should do is I should send you there, and you go on a rampage to catch him. Your job will be to stay here. You'll be the mirror to Cooper. Oh, shite. When you see these portals, issue works immediately. The thing is, because everyone's gathered too close together, I can't see what these portals are. He's going to use his blue serum now. He opens up a map of the facility, and then he'll jump to everyone who isn't... if you don't actually get these works done, then he stabs them for pale damage. I don't know whether we can get everyone into position in time. Yeah, this is something that I've never fought before. I think it might be possible to break him out of the attack if you deal enough damage, but... Yep, he's jumping. Oh wait, no! We cancelled him out of the attack! Okay, this can work. Make sure to watch your damage on this guy, because you want to be wary of the 30% mark. Okay, everyone back out. Except for our dedicated attackers. Who are they? He's doing the green formula. Okay, we can stun him out of this one. It's the blue formula that doesn't have the stun effect. We have to try and keep an eye for... Okay, that's good enough. Actually, wait. We have to kill him before he gets back up again if we choose to press our attack here. I'm gonna keep going just because we might be able to do it. But... We screwed up. He's immune to all damage now. And he's going to use all his formulas at once. I don't know whether he's going to charge straight through to the extraction team, though. But he becomes immune to damage at this point. And of course, because we keep doing works, we've got a very good chance of provoking the Queen of Hatred here now. One shot. Although he also took out the last clerk, huh? Damn it. He's stuck there. And I think he's going to heal up the damage now. Yep. As you can see, the claw don't fuck about. I'm going to have to replay through the entire day because I cannot leave Hannah dead. Actually, I need to look at what number damage that deals. I know I saved that somewhere, but where did I put it? He deals 85 pale attack. He deals 85 pale damage. Oh, that's why. Also damages any agents passed through during this attack for the second damage. So yeah, he deals 85 pale damage and then 65 pale damage. No wonder he kinda died in a single shot. So as you can see, the idea is to not let him do that attack, to be more careful about how much damage you deal. Anyway, I'll catch you in a bit. Okay, let's try this again. Incidentally, one of the agents was hit by the Death Throes laser. It was... Can I see them easier from here? Yeah, it was Gabriella. She just barely managed to survive, but given the damage range of that attack... Actually, I should have it right here. The Red Fixer deals 70 to 100 damage when it dies. Gabriella has a 0.8 resistance, so that means that just barely survivable. I really should push these people up to Prudence and Fortitude 5 just so we don't have to deal with those headaches. Anyway, I've made sure to put my 2 Heaven Wielders over here, so I don't have to think about whether anyone should be able to survive the tackle provided we use the red shields. Now granted, we've already proven that these guys can survive the tackle with red shields, but I don't want to go through that nightmare again. I have my elites in specific rooms, so they'll be able to tag him and hold him down long enough for other people to get in place. But yeah, so Yumi, your job is to get this done as quickly as possible. And he starts on this floor because of course he does. Okay, you can go first because I think you move faster. Hang on, I thought you had 2 elites on your side. Huh. Also, we missed a step with Queen of Hatred, so it's a good thing that he's spawned now. Okay, we need to make sure that these people are all 1 floor down. I think I'll send Gonzalez on a kill mission to get this guy. Because the worst that could happen is that I can't tell what formula he's using. I want to say it's orange. Yeah, I think that was orange smoke, so... Actually, you should just stay here. There's only 2 formulas he can use at the moment, and I don't see the blue portals on anyone, so he's not being targeted. I feel I should also point out that the, what's it? The only reason it killed Hannah is because it was his facility counterattack for reaching 30% HP. No wait, not a move here command, an attack command. And now... Yeah, the reason the counterattack is pale damage, usually his teleport is black damage. Oh wait, green formula. We can do something about that. Okay, that broke him. I want to hang tight around the H. Okay, everyone back off. Except Hannah and Gonzalez. Okay, that's the blue attack. We can do this. We had enough energy, we immediately end the moment we kill him. This is a practice round. This is to check whether you're capable of handling white ordeals. Thankfully, unless we're really underprepared or really desperate, we shouldn't have to worry about running into White Midnight again. But it's still a rude wake-up call. Okay, we can pick up abnormalities. If you had shown up in the day 36 plus, then I'd consider you. Do I actually want to deal with this frickhead while I'm dealing with all the course with the white ordeals and stuff? If I'm wrong about this, then I have to reset the game. I can't do it. Okay, that's the HE here, but it's not... I don't particularly feel like taking this one because it gives a black weakness HE gear, but that said... we should take the nice things while we can still take them. Speaking of nice things, I don't want to take this. Honestly, it's HE, but it's better than nothing. So, you've decided to move forward, I see. Your body and mind are still incomplete, yet you limp forward. I must wonder where that confidence of yours comes from. Anyway, you must have some questions, no? One such question may be, who is the old sword man, he with such familiar voice and face? You cannot face yourself. Think of me as a mirror of you. A shattered mirror, to be precise, scattered to several shards. This old man is one of the pieces of that mirror. The name is Abel. Filled with rage and obstinacy, waiting to be miserably forgotten, as you can see. I, just like you, have decided to proceed. But nothing changed, to my surprise. I had trouble sleeping. The rare nights in which I could sleep were riddled with nightmares. We were the first humans, or human, to find a way to access the well of humanity. It has existence since the beginning of time, but it now lies forgotten and denied. Today there are only a few who can feel it. Just a handful of people, only faintly sensing its presence. But Carmen was completely sure of its existence, tried to persuade us of it. If its existence were proven, that would mean we would be able to reach the well. She believed the cure to the world's disease was related to this well. The research we conducted, taken from where Carmen had left us, was successful. We found a method to siphon from the primordial sea, which had every possibility of humanity, past, present, and future. If everyone had a bucket of their own, they would be able to draw their own water from the individual well. It's fascinating. We even had arrogant thoughts in secret. We thought we could rekindle the long-forgotten flame and the water of life. However, the path we walked was not so different from that of Prometheus. What have we accomplished after all of this? We lost much more than we gained, did we not? You haven't witnessed it. The way our old friend Benjamin met his demise. He was one of the few who could tolerate your ill-temperedness. Yet, you did not care to witness his final moments. Fortunately, we have a recording of it, as with every little thing that has happened in this facility. Would you like to give it a listen? The third and final truth. Well, it is something you must learn. I understand that the truth hurts. It's hard for me as well. It feels like building up a sandcastle for years only to kick it over once it's done. Doing something like that is beyond agony, to deny the efforts of the past. But I want to make things right, no matter the cost. The final truth is that you are about to begin the repetition of this infinite cycle, with your memories reset, oblivious to everything that has transpired. Leave with me before you can no longer undo what you've set in motion. That's what you want to say? I'm sorry that we have to meet again like this.
It did not take very long to find out where you were hiding. I thought I should have given you some time to say goodbye, since this will be the last chance you have to say such a thing to the one you look up to.
Angela!
I feel as though I become the tragic damsel in distress of a play whenever you speak my name. It may sound like an excuse, but please know this. I am not doing this out of personal feelings or malice. My every action is set by his first order. The absolute order that dictates us not to deviate from the script. Are you really okay with going through with this? I know you well, and not just because I'm one of the people who created you. I know you're different from other machines. There's another fact I knew from the start. That you're too valuable to be hiding in such a shabby corner like this. Our conversation is being recorded, and furthermore, I have no obligation whatsoever to answer your questions. Don't be afraid, Benjamin. Everyone you've missed and longed to see again is waiting for you. You shall be with them forever. Because you are the last actor, the one who will lead this play to its finale. Bitter, no. Benjamin hid here quite a long time ago. When the T2 protocol activated, a brief moment became an eternity and overwhelmed him. I assume he tried to run away with me. With us. However, as you already know, he failed. Perhaps you feel no guilt for him, for you gave him another life. Think whatever you wish, find solace in your mind, or else you will not endure this place. The brain is one of the vital organs of the human body. Tens of billions of neurons stretch like the branches of trees and form a great forest. This forest, as long as the original exists, can be replanted. Those who perished were awoken in metal bodies. It was your plan, yet you couldn't do it alone. However, I've already seen the world ahead of you, the time you have yet to see. Nothing changes. Benjamin, your friends, the employees, their sacrifices were pointless. You've seen how they met their end. You realized how innocent, talented souls of young persons were trapped into machines by your hand, haven't you? We have failed them. The world has forgotten us. Who will pay for their sacrifices? Do you know what we've forgotten?
Now this is where things get important. If you haven't done core suppressions, then you don't have the key phrases to answer these questions. I wasn't perfect, manager. I was always biting off more than I could chew. I wasn't being realistic. At the same time, this is such a sad place. So, I refused to think I couldn't do something. But you saw me. You saw how this obsession and pressure to blindly move forward eventually ate me away. In the end, what was important for me to stand with my own two legs. To be aware of where I am and where I should go next. Then it naturally rises up. The will inside me. The will to stand up straight. Even if you stand upright, nothing around you is nothing but despair. You may act noble, but you are sailing through the Dead Sea inside you. Emotional thoughts only depressed us. It didn't help us in the slightest. We needed to become more rational, more cold-hearted. The rationality built upon falsehood crumbled me, you and all of us. We have walked too far to tell such melancholic stories. We thought relying on emotion wouldn't help a thing. However, it became clear to accept sadness was just as important. The false rationality we held and clung to only made our hearts rot. It is hard to accept at first. You'll feel like you'll crumble in. But it'll get better, I'm sure of it. The rationality to maintain discretion. It's too late to settle down our hearts, I'm afraid.
Your mind is already empty and has lost any purpose to move forward. I can hear the murmurs of those I've lost in my ears whenever I shut my eyes. They batter me with the question, do you really think you'll become a better man? I couldn't say anything to refute what they were saying. Do you think you'll be any different? You see, manager, you shouldn't look towards the past at times like this. I know my wrongdoings can't be forgiven, no matter what I do. I guess that's why I was so ahead of myself. But from now on, I won't be. I will become a better person if I continue. Let's live with such a hope in mind, shall we? The hope to be a better person. But what good does all this do you? How many times must I say this? You have nothing left. No matter how you tried to control your emotions and calm your mind, you've already been losing your reason to live ever since Carmen left us. Why are you so obsessed with a life that has no more meaning? Look at me. Look at how I'm continuing this pointless life, awaiting death. If you ask me for a reason to keep on living this life full of pain, I have to say, I don't have a good answer yet. You woke me up, but I guess it's my job to take care of whatever comes to me next. I chose to be a bit more fearless. It took me a lot of courage to do so. To continue onward with my life in spite of everything. Just live your life for once, man. Hell, even I made it this far. What makes you think you can't? The fearlessness to keep on living. We've been deliberating for a long time. None of the paths we had thought to be the right answer were correct. How can I not let you pass when you answer our doubts with such confidence and clarity? Ah, you nameless one. To be nameless is a great blessing. A name is a stigma, a constant reminder that one walks the wrong path. The door you will face after leaving this office can be named a trial. It may also be referred to as an ordeal or an agony. You appear to possess the strength and will to overcome such adversity, however. That strength to choose a different path, a different future, a different answer. I shall witness your strength. I hope you can finally prove yourself to this doubtful old man. So, if you are unable to answer his questions because you haven't done the appropriate realizations, you get a premature ending. However, that's not the end of this ending. Or rather, it's not, we haven't just bypassed it completely. Can't you hear my voice anymore? Please, answer me. Would you like to expand the architecture team? Not really, it's just going to make life harder, but you have to get there somehow. So, as I was saying, there's a condition to our next time. Usually when we run out of agents, Angela will give us the option to retry the day. But if we reach that point here, then it immediately sends us into ending A. So, while I don't feel like we're at too much risk of getting wiped out here, I do need to keep in mind to hit the retry button if we start to run, if we look like we're going to get walloped. So yeah, reach Meltdown Level 6, meet energy quota. This is gonna be rough. Until next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around. See, the reason why I can't bring myself to take the, I can't take the Plague Doctor because I'd have to use a rewind to memory repository and go back to day 46, which means he's not in my inventory anymore. And I don't know whether I'm capable of beating him or not. That's the problem.
I don't need that complication on top of the nonsense I'm going to end up going through. But yeah, enough of the whining. Next time, and it's probably going to be a while before I record this, we're going to have to challenge fatigue and waiting. Until next time, guys, take care. I'll see you all around.